Alright, so for the next problem, we are given that f of x is equal to negative 2 x to the 2/3, and that g of x is equal to 7 x raised to the 2/3. And we are asked politely to figure out what f plus g is of x. So if I say f plus g, you know, I'm still going to be tracking to see if you're getting your work done back there. So I'm just going to say f of x, which is this stuff, right? So we're going to say f of x plus g of x. So then what's f of x? Well, f of x is just negative 2x to the 2/3 plus 7x to the 2/3. So I don't know if you guys are recognizing this, but this is a like term with this because they both have x raised to the 2/3. So when you do that, you're just going to combine the coefficients, right? So I'm just going to say, I feel like I did this problem already. Did I do that? Is it in the notes?
Yes, I just figured it out. Number 1 on my notes.
The first example was just like that?
Okay, yeah. Same numbers. Same thing.
Are you sure?
Yes, it's right here. It might not be number 1, maybe it's number 5. One from yesterday. No, I don't know which one it is.
I feel like
It's
we've
in
done.
there.
No,
Write it down.
we haven't done it.
It's written down in my notes.
We did it. I feel like we did. Well, that's okay. We'll do it again. Maybe I did it in class. So anyway, 7 minus 2, that's just positive 5 x to the 2/3, right? Okay, so it doesn't really, it wants us to state the domain. So I'm going to rewrite this in radical form. So this is really 5. Remember, when it's a rational power, it's always the root, or the power over the root. When you have an exponent and it's a fraction, the numerator is the power, the denominator is the root. So this is the cube root of x, and then this whole thing is squared. Well, there are no restrictions for odd roots. So the domain for this bad boy is all real numbers. Okay. Now, how do they put that? I say all reals, but it's all real numbers. Okay. Then the next thing they want us to do is figure out, well, what's f plus g evaluated at 8? Well, this is 5 times the cube root of 8 and all of that stuff squared. Well, remember that 2 cubed is equal to 8. So this is the same as 5 times the cube root of 2 cubed squared. Now remember that the cube root and the cube undo each other. So what they really have is 5 times 2 squared, right? I'll write it down so it makes a little more sense. So 5 times 2 squared. Well, 5 times 2 squared is 4, and so this whole thing equals 20. So f plus g times 8 will equal 20. Ta-da. Now they want us to do the exact same thing, but now they want us to do f minus g, which is the same as f of x, and then minus g of x. So I'm kind of writing this a little bit funky. So what does that mean? Well, it's the exact same thing, except now I'm going to say negative 2x to the 2/3. But now I'm going to subtract minus 7x to the 2/3. Again, we combine like terms. Negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. We did do this one. X to the 2/3. So then this is 9 cube root of x squared. The domain is all real numbers. Because odd roots don't really matter. So then the last thing I need to do is f minus g of 8, which is 9 cube root of 8, 2. Now the nice thing that we know about this is we know that all of this whole thing reduces down to 4. So we've got negative 9 times 4. And so then our last line, and I'll write this over here because my face is in the way, f of g of 8, or f minus g of 8 equals negative 36. And that's it. I'm pretty sure we've done this one.